The best money we've ever had. With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card. A metal card, powered by crypto. Every time you spend, you get 3% back instantly. Want more? We've got that too. Paired with a powerful and secure app that lets you manage your digital assets in one place. Have an issue? Connect with a real person 24/7. Don't like fees? Neither do we. Oh, one more thing. How about these perks? The future is here. Reserve yours now.
Everyone, and thank you for joining us for our AMA today. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, Theta, and Facebook Live. I'm Tina Baker-Taylor, the UK General Manager for Crypto.com, and I will be your host for today's AMA, along with our CEO, Marslick. In just a moment, I'll bring Chris on to discuss this week's news and share a little bit more about what's coming down the road. Then we'll move on to our Q&A session. And thank you so much for everyone who submitted questions. We've received hundreds, and we'll do our very best to get through as many as we can today. Toward the end of the broadcast, we'll take some live questions as well. So go ahead and submit those through the YouTube chat. And then we'll also head over to Clubhouse to finish off the AMA with Chris. The link to the Clubhouse should be in the description of the event. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome, Chris.
Hey Tina, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. And you have to be fantastic, especially if you consider like last time when we spoke in December 17 for our last year's final AMA, Bitcoin was at 22,000. The bull market was in kind of its early innings, but what Q1 we've had. It's not even finished yet, but it's absolutely amazing what we're seeing across the industry.
Incredible. It has been incredible, and a pretty stable bull run, if I do say so. The price has kind of hovered up there for a number of weeks, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think the nature of this particular bull run is slightly different, given the involvement of institutions and just the expanding size of the market. You could see Mr. Michael Saylor completing his $1 billion Bitcoin bid, and people didn't even notice. It's $1 billion is drowned in the liquidity that is in the market. So it's great to see. And our very own Crypto.com research team just released a report. I'm not sure if you guys seen it. More than 100 million users in crypto industry globally. 106 is the number. So it's just phenomenal.
Incredible.
And, it's incredible. It's I think for people who've been here for years, it's so gratifying to see this coming to fruition finally. And for us specifically, this week's announcements, we had several very large announcements, and just on the grow front, we doubled our user base in 4 months to 10 million users globally. This is just incredible to see, and sometimes I just look at the dashboards, I can't believe my eyes, but. The fact is that this is a result of a very strong conviction from our entire team about the impact that crypto will have on the world. And we've been building day in, day out through the whole bear market. So now we've been perfectly positioned to capture some of this incredible growth in the last few months. So it's super exciting to see.
Absolutely, and I think some of that, corporate balance sheet position just adds, confidence and credibility to all the hard work that everyone's been doing during this time, especially during the crypto winter of 18 months ago. Okay, so we've got so many questions from the community. Are you ready to get started?
Before we dig into the questions, because there are hundreds, I would like to just share with you guys some of my thinking regarding this week's announcements, because there were a lot. The growth number is 10 million users is a lot, but given the accelerating growth that we are seeing, we've now moved our target to hit 100 million users 2 years ahead of schedule. So we expect the platform to grow 10 times from here by the end of next year. And again, this is based on the user inflows that we're seeing and the incredibly high growth of the platform as well as the industry as a whole. So it's fascinating to watch. The second thing I would like to talk about is this 70 billion CRO burn that we've executed on Monday. I wanted to share with you a little bit about our thinking, because a lot of people ask, why are we doing this and what's the rationale? And I think everyone needs to understand that this decision is driven by our beliefs and principles. Our purpose is, and the way why we exist is to give everyone back the control of their data, the money, and identity. And the decentralization is such a core concept to how we view the future that we simply have no choice. We just have to do it, because we couldn't credibly go out there and claim that we're building a fully decentralized network while holding 70% of the supply on our balance sheet.
Sure.
And again, today, if you look at the choices that users face, they can pick a decentralized network with extremely high fees, congested to the point of being unusable, or they can go with fast networks with low costs that are known to be heavily centralized. So we think there is a third way. We think that you can operate as a decentralized network in a way that is a technological breakthrough and allows for high speed and low cost, so that we can actually drive the adoption. And this is one of the core principles of Crypto.com. How do you build and by what tools you live? And it's not only about Crypto.chain becoming decentralized. Even Crypto.com, we think you can maintain speed of innovation and building cool products for your customers while being regulated.
Yeah.
So there's the same thread here. You can choose to be a good actor. It takes longer. It's harder to build, but I strongly believe that in the end, good guys win. And it is possible to run a high-performance network that is decentralized, and it is possible to build a large-scale business that is innovative but regulated.
Yes.
So that's kind of my take on this burn. And as I said online, decentralization is, there's a cost to it. It's nothing is free, but it's definitely worth it. It's absolutely priceless. So that's on this topic. The other thing we announced, which is incredibly important, is the mainnet launch date on the 25th of March.
Very exciting.
And we've been working on this for 2 years, right?
I know.
So we just can't wait, absolutely can't wait for this baby to be out in the wild. And the first thing you should remember about this is, the numbers look great. We'll have a 100% decentralized network, 100% circulating supply, if you include the fees that are going to be distributed to the validators and people who delegate through one-click through DeFi wallet, right?
Yeah.
And 20% APY for people who do, so very, very attractive. And we think that with the scale of our ecosystem, we'll attract hundreds of projects to build on top of Crypto.com across all verticals. There will be stable coins on it, AMMs, DeFi, NFTs, just basically every single thing. And we think that we are a very valuable partner, especially that we're on track to this 100 million user milestone. We will invest in leading projects to bring them on chain. We will fund startups that are in super early stages or incubate them through our particle B blockchain incubator and accelerator. So we will make sure there is a tremendous level of activity, and you will see hundreds of projects on chain. So the numbers look good and the capabilities look great. So we just can't wait to start building on top of it.
Well, we've been the foundation for a strong ecosystem, as you said, for a number of years. And, going back to slow and steady wins the race, a lot of effort and time has been put into getting this right. So I think it's really exciting.